Welcome back to the channel, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, we're going to be continuing to update, talking about this crazy viral Panama alien story here. Every single TikTok clip this guy uploads, the story gets more interesting, gets more scary. The creature seems to be evolving and getting bigger and bigger, and people are so interested to see what's going to happen and ultimately where this story is going to go. Guys, I've already made 4 YouTube videos covering this content. Make sure you check out those videos. You do not want to miss what happened with the content in those videos showing the evolution of the creature. I'll put the link in the description down below so you can check out those 4 videos there if you want to. But what we're going to be doing, we're going to be checking out the latest TikTok content this guy has been uploading regarding this alien creature. So let's see where the story is going to go next, and ultimately how this story is going to continue on from where we left off. So let's scroll right to the top here, and I'll show you guys where we left off in the previous YouTube video of our coverage. So the previous coverage, we finished off on this video here. So the alien was left at this national park. There's this old World War II bunker, and it has a bit of flooding, a bit of water, and the content creator left the alien creature swimming around in this bunker, and it looked like he was going to ultimately abandon it. But not so fast. It looks like he hasn't abandoned it yet. So let's continue on with the content and see exactly where this story goes next. So guys, with that introduction down, let's start jumping into the most up-to-date content that Kin has released on his TikTok account here. So, first up, we're going to jump into this clip here where he was given a small interview to someone called Secret Service Sam. He was asked a question and gave a response. So let's check out and see what Kin had to say for himself here.
Are you a filmmaker or an entertainer? What do you do for work? Because a lot of people think that this was fake and that you are a filmmaker. Can you tell people what you do?
Yeah, so Secret Service Sam asked the question. In the middle there, we have the interpreter. Then we have Kin, obviously the content creator of this account with the alien creature. So basically, the translator and Kin have a back and forth, and it's not until around about 140 that we actually get a response back. So I'm just going to skip it forward.
I didn't want my name to come out, but unfortunately, everything was so quick that my name did come out just as quickly as I have come on the internet, and this has happened. I hope that little by little, I disappear from the internet at some point. So no, I will not divulge what my line of work is. I want to keep my life private. All I can say is that I'm not a filmmaker or an actor. And as a matter of fact, I have to say goodbye now. I cannot stay any longer. I told you before we started that I have to get to my job, which is the job that I do. And I need to go. So thank you, everybody out there to the world who has heard me and cares about me and wants for this to come out.
And Ken, I just want to thank you and tell you thank you for your time. And we, throughout the world, we support you and we love you. And God has chosen you right now for the world. And I just want you to know, no matter what, we love you, So you've captivated the world,
So, yeah, there we go. Unfortunately, it was only a very small interview clip there uploaded to this TikTok account, but he did give a response basically saying that he doesn't want his personal details out there. He doesn't want people to know what he does for a living, for his work, and I completely understand that. If I was in the same position, my personal details, I wouldn't want them being out on the internet. I wouldn't want people being able to track me down at work and knowing where I work. That could affect my personal life, so he's completely within his rights not to divulge any personal details or information to the users on his account. But other than that, it was great just to see a small clip here. Unfortunately, we didn't get many great details, but it's still cool to see him giving an interview there, and hopefully he gives more in-depth interviews in the future talking about the creature. So, up next, what appears to be some sort of government document or government notification was uploaded to this TikTok account. For those of you who don't speak Spanish, like myself, I'm an English speaker, I have translated this using Grok on the X platform, using their chat AI robot. So, this notification here, which is obviously written in Spanish, translated to English, it says, "Official statement. Dear friends of the Metropolitan Natural Park. In recent days, videos have been circulating on social media, particularly on the TikTok account of the user Panama, in which is claimed that a meteorite fell and the liberation of an alleged alien in the area of bunker 1002. So that's talking about that abandoned military bunker in the forest that we looked at in previous videos, known as El Castillo, with the Metropolitan Natural Park. Included is the observation of a content creator entering a restricted and liberated area that he presents as a creature of unknown origin. So the area is actually restricted. He's not supposed to be there. So yeah, it looks like this guy could potentially be in trouble if he's tracked down here. We categorically declare this information is completely false. There is no alien creature nor any event of this type in the Metropolitan Nature Park. So it sounds like the people who are in charge of this park, whoever that is, the government officials or the kind of branch of the government that's controlling this natural park, they're completely outright denying that there's any alien creature here and that this content is all fake. So the area of bunker 1002 is still closed to the public and remains closed. Unauthorized entry into or other areas of the park is prohibited, and those who do so may face sanctions by the competent authorities. Like I said, if he gets tracked down, he could be in trouble because he wasn't meant to be there. The content being spread corresponds entirely to a fictional narrative created by the user and does not represent real facts. We call for calm and ask the community not to spread unverified information on social media. We also urge content creators to act responsibly and not put at risk the safety of the park personnel by entering restricted areas or spreading misleading material. The Metropolitan Natural Park reiterates its commitment to conservation, the security of its facilities, and the well-being of all of its visitors, while also maintaining constant communication with the corresponding authorities to protect both its facilities and the tranquility of its visitors. We appreciate your understanding and collaboration. Sincerely, Metropolitan Natural Park. So going back over to this official document, so the representatives have completely basically come out and said that this is fake. It's a fake narrative. We're worried about the preservation of our natural park. It's a restricted area. No one should be there. They're completely denying there's any kind of alien creature, basically shooting this down as being completely fake. And they're calling for content creators to be careful with spreading misinformation about this story. I mean, a lot of people could say it's a conspiracy theory and that they're covering it up. They're playing it down when they know the story is true, but they're kind of, obviously it's a cover up. It could be a cover up. We just don't know at this point. But it's still a very, very interesting post. And I would love to know what you guys think of this official kind of notice or communication from these officials looking after this park. What do you make of this, guys? Okay, with that notification down, we move on to this, where we get a great video here of the alien creature. So, unpublished videos from days gone by, he says. So, this is a video earlier in the story, before he took it to this national park, where he left it in the water. It's in the safe at the moment. Obviously, it outgrew the safe because it got too big. But it looks like a video that was taken maybe a few days or a week ago. So let's check it out and see what's going on here. Okay, so there it is, hanging out the edge of the safe. Whoa, we got a really close-up look at it there, man. That looks... Wow, look at that. It's got these, like, weird yellow bits on it. And it looks like it's opening its mouth there. And that's, like, the inside of it. Oh, that looks so creepy. Dude, this thing gives me nightmares for sure. I mean, look at that. You see it pulsating, you see it breathing, you see it moving around. And it looks really slimy. It looks really, like, reflective. Like it's covered in some sort of, like, ooze or something. Wow, just look at that. Alien space spider. Guys, what do you make of this video? Does it look completely fake to you? Does it look like nightmare fuel? Does it look ridiculous and stupid? What do you think of it? I just can't tell, man. It, like, on the one hand, it looks ridiculous and it looks fake and it looks weird as hell. But at the same time, if this thing is remotely true, it's like one of the scariest things I've ever seen. So I would just love to know what you guys think about this close-up image here. It looks to be like an eyeball here in the middle. This round kind of blob in the middle of the tentacles. This looks really kind of ominous, like a big eye or something. Like, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's really, really creepy to look at. And my brain is kind of scrambling for answers here, and I have no answers as to what I'm even looking at. I've never seen anything like it. Okay, so with that really kind of creepy footage down, let's keep going. We've got 2 more clips here. So this is where it gets brand new. This is where the story develops. So he's now got it back in his house. He's taken it out of the national park from where he left it, where it was swimming around in the water at that bunker. He's now got it in a fish tank back at his house, which is insane. There's no caption here, but let's play this. So, you see this fish tank, and you see K25 there swimming around inside this fish tank, and it looks like there's fish in the fish tank as well. So, let's just go back. So, yeah, you can see here, there's fish swimming around. So, whether he's feeding it fish, or whether it's just in a fish tank with other fish, but you can see it there, man, just floating around, and I just saw a fish. Let me go back 1 sec. Yep, you see the fish there? So, keep an eye on this section here. See that fish? And it looks like part of it is kind of fallen off, or there's another smaller version of it here. But that is a really, just seeing it there, floating around in that fish tank in his house. That is so weird. I mean, just having a pet alien like that, I mean, so creepy and bizarre. He's going to come down in the morning, and this thing's going to consume all the fish, consume the fish tank, and it's going to grow like 5 times the size. You just don't know what's going to happen next, and that's what makes this story all the more creepy. Okay, so with that down, that brings us on to our last TikTok clip of today's video. So, the caption here says, "I am fine, we are fine, I love you." When he says "we are fine," I'm assuming he's referring to himself and K25, the alien. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. So he says, "Hello, how are you? Greetings to all. I am fine, take care of yourselves. I love you." Oh, what? And then he just turned the camera to show K25. 1 second. So he rotates the camera, and K25 is in that fish tank that we just looked at in the previous video, and is in his house, in his living room. That's crazy. You can just see it there, kind of floating in the tank. But I mean, what's going to happen to it? I just have no idea. Like, is it going to eat the fish and grow bigger? Is it going to split into 2 and grow like 2 different parts? I mean, I cannot wait for the next load of updates here to see what this thing's going to do. And then he puts the camera back to him, and he's like... Yeah, so that's kind of the update to the story there, guys. So he's now taken it out of the park and is back in his house in this fish tank. So it's gone from a safe to a fridge freezer to the national park, and now back to his house to the fish tank. So, you know, the evolution of the story just goes crazier and crazier by the day. But there we go, guys. So I think that's the most up-to-date content. Let me just refresh the page and see if he's added a new video. No, so that video we just checked out is the most up-to-date video that he's uploaded so far. So, there we go, guys. What do you think of this story so far? I mean, it's now living in a fish tank in his house, which is just all the more crazy. Thanks so much for joining me as always. Jump into the comment section, leave your thoughts, your comments, your theories, your opinions, and anything else you want to say about this crazy story. Would love to hear what you guys have to say about this crazy story. I feel like I'm watching a Netflix show where we get, like, different episodes. And people are just waiting to see what happens next, like I say. By the way, if you do want to come over and follow this guy, make sure you come over to TikTok. Follow this guy, Kim Panama. Just search that and you'll find his account if you want to jump into the videos for yourself. But guys, with that down, like I say, leave your thoughts, comments, and opinions down below. Make sure you hit the like button before you leave. Consider becoming a subscriber to help support the content and the channel here, guys. I would really appreciate that. But most importantly, make sure you hit the notification button here on the channel so you can stay up to date with all the content, and make sure you stay up to date with the latest videos that we have following this crazy Panama alien story. And with all that down, guys, as always, I will see you in the very next video.